Couch on Thrasher's Paradise. I'm the Thrash man himself, the career Colin Sterling, and today I'm here with. I'm sorry. What is your name?
My name is Rob, and I'm the lead singer, founder, writer, all composer of Necronomicon.
Excellent, and thank you for joining us today on the Thrashing Couch.
Yeah, it looks like that couch is pretty trashed.
Excellent. So the main thing, I got in contact with you through John Asher of Asher Media or Publishing.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's been with us since the previous album, Advent of the Human God. So.
Excellent. Now, I believe it's you guys that just released a brand new song called Paradise Lost.
Actually, that was like 2-3 weeks ago, I think.
Oh, okay.
The new one it's been released yesterday. It's called Singularis Dominus.
Oh, awesome! So, what can you tell us that was the main difference between writing each of these songs?
Actually, usually Necronomicon is take a theme, if I can say, like a concept for each album. So everything's gonna be like around that theme or concept. And imagine that, like, it's gonna be a funny image. You have a pool, and you have different floating device on it. So everything is contained in the pool. Everything is on the pool, but everything is in the pool, but everything is different, but everything is in the same container. So it's or a pizza or whatever. I know it's a like silly comparison, but everything, like, each songs have its own concept, but belong to the big concept of the album, and everything is interrelated, and all the albums are interrelated also. So all albums connect to each other to a certain extent.
That is awesome. Now in this short while that we've been talking, you've mentioned a lot about how the albums are intertwined together. When can we expect this next album to come out, and what new element to this ongoing story you guys seem to have can we expect to have added?
Well, album's coming out like in October 18th. To Season of Miss Rickard. It's been like a long time we're working with them now, maybe 8 years, 10 years, not sure. How can I say that? The entire concept of the band is one thing, but if I go in short for the new album, like unus that means one, or alone, or by yourself, unique, the one, whatever, it means all that at the same time. So depending of how you apply it, to which, in which context you apply it, and also, how can I say that? Figure of speech, but if imagine like a tarot deck.
Okay, yeah.
Tarot cards. You have the major arcanes and you have the minor arcanes. I'm getting really into the occult stuff. Sorry, if you're not used to that. But major arcane, there's 10 major arcanes. Each arcanes represent like your trip or your traveling in your life, or where you're going. And when you come to the full circle of that, you come back to the first card when you finish at 10. That's a realization of like everything you have accomplished and understood and this and that. You come back to the first card, so the cycle restarts. But the same time you come back at square one, but you're not really at square one because you have this time you have the entire understanding of everything that you've been living and getting through before.
Mm-hmm.
So you restart in a way, but you have your entire wisdom and experiences.
I just gotta say that is a amazing answer you just gave.
Yeah, maybe I'm taking my time to explain because I want things to be like clear enough, and sometimes you explain, especially when talk about occult stuff, and people like pitch up like terms and stuff that people don't get. My
Mm-hmm.
goal here is to say it with simple words that everyone can understand.
And I think that is a great thing to do, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
So
um,
the first card is called the magician, you know, and when you look at the magician, you understand that everything is interrelated, and he's in control of that power because he's been through it. So yes, so that's the meaning of unus. Unus that mean one, like the first card of the tarot deck, and etc., and everything that I just explained now.
awesome. So with this new album on the horizon of being released, is there any real pressure from you or the band?
Pressure in which sense?
Just the fact of, okay, this album is getting released. Is do you guys, trying to plan a tour, trying to help promote this album, get out there to as many people as
Oh yeah,
possible?
of course. Like I think every band do that. I mean, yeah, of course, we're working like with our agency, right? Actually, at this moment right now, especially in the U.S., um, we're working on a full U.S. tour. Actually, I was hoping to be able to announce it like yesterday, but yeah, there's some stuff that still need to be fixed, and I hope it's going to be fixed really soon because this is a really good one. So.
Hmm.
But we had a Canadian tour that was planned that we had to cancel for. It would be really long to explain, but it was a good Canadian tour, and we're gonna push that for to next year. But this U.S. tour, hopefully, we're gonna be able to announce it this week. It's a really big tour, actually, really big.
That's
Meaning,
awesome.
yeah,
Great. Now,
I mean, we're working with different media and stuff, trying to push the album. We notice uh, uh, a lot of the time, Canadian artists are put on the side for various reasons. Only a few ones are being able to get enough exposure. It's a matter of timing, having the proper. Well, timing means a lot in that industry, even if some people don't always realize it. So, yeah.
awesome. So you guys are from Quebec, and how much of an influence has your province been to the band and to your work?
Well, I don't think the fact that I'm French or and anything like that I mean, zero influence on what I'm doing, beside maybe the fact that I'm coming from the north. Where I come from is pretty different at Quebec City or Montreal. We have a little bit of different way to seeing things, a little bit more extreme. People drink a lot there and, party a lot and fuck a lot. But I mean, it's mountains and forests, and when people are more a little bit more intense, contrary to what people think. It's pretty intense there. I was talking with someone just last night that's still living there, and a long time friend, and she was telling me, that things haven't changed in like in 30 years there. It's the same mentality passed from father to son, and it's a little bit like, I don't want to say primitive, but it's intense. It's yeah, it's pretty intense there. So this the thing I think that maybe influenced me in a way, being from there, it's more the fact that I'm stubborn and I just want to push and keep going.
Hmm.
Because I've been doing that for 31 years now.
Right. So, what's the one thing you got to be able to do differently that you didn't get to do with the last album?
Uh, Differently, actually, pretty much the same. I've been working the same way for a long time now for the recording itself. I've been able to work. How can I say that? We the studio we've been recording. It's the first time we'll record the entire band. I was working with other stuff there, like ambience and orchestration, because it's a studio that was specialized in you know music for video games and movies. So they were really specialized in working with orchestrals and choirs and all that stuff. So I was doing all that to that place at Silver Wing Studio in Montreal, and I was always recording somewhere else. But this time I decided the guy actually the studio was doing good, and they had a bigger place now. They have really, it's not like the kind of studio you this modern days, like, oh, I have a studio, and the guy had a laptop and like a couple of a 200 pair of $200 pair of speakers, and that's my studio. I mean, we're talking really, about real studio there. And I decided when I learned that, I said, well, if you don't mind, if you're comfortable with that, we're gonna record the full album there, the band, guitars, drums, and everything. And the guy was delighted. He was like, "Yeah." So we were the first band to get there with drums and everything, the first one.
Wow.
And the guy was pretty happy, and already I liked how he was working. So actually, it went faster than previous album because of that. Because I knew already how to work with the guy, and I know the quality was work, and that that was really cool for me. And to record everything at the same place, because the previous album was split in two studios. We're on Advent and Human God, we recorded at Emery Street Studio. That we did all the recording, we did all the orchestrations at the Silver Wing Studio. That we just like did the entire new album there, and we mixed in Dallas at GFD studio from GF Dajne from Cataclysm. But this time we recorded everything at Silver Wing, but we mixed at Dark Matter Studio in Las Vegas with Lincoln Matter from Machine Head.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
What was that like to work with him?
he's pretty chill. I can tell you, he's pretty cool. He's a really busy man though, and I feel, you know, privileged uh, because it was talking to me, and he's really choosing with who he's working. He's not working with everyone, and he's super busy with the 25th anniversary of Burn My Eye. So
Yeah.
he literally told me, he said, I was like, yeah, you're pretty busy. He said, yeah, I'm super busy, blah blah blah. But I was like, so which artists are we gonna work with? And he looked at me and I said, well, said, I choose with whom I'm working. I'm producing only 3 albums this year. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, now I feel special. But he said it. He said the music is really amazing. He said you guys, it shows that you know what you're doing, and blah blah blah, and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, well, thank you so much. So I feel really privileged being able to work with the guy. because it was not like we're sending track and talking on Skype like you and me doing.
Yeah.
I went to spend time there to where we were working every day together to make the album that it go as fast as possible, and there's no like misunderstanding or whatever. So it was pretty awesome. He's a really good guy.
Awesome. We're now at the point of the at my interviews where we stop the questions and we play a little game. Is that cool?
A game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the game is very simple. It's called Thrash or Trash. I will name either a band, a song, or an album, and you just generally let me know how you feel about it. If you like it, you say thrash. If you don't like it, you say trash.
If I like it, I say trash, and if I don't like it, I say trash. Huh. So
Yeah.
it's always the same answer.
No, it's thrash if you like it.
Okay.
Okay. Beyond Creation.
Never heard. Trash.
Okay. Pantera. Vulgar display of violence.
Of power. Vulgar display of power.
Ah, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I can't believe I forgot that.
That's really funny. I like it. Trash, whatever. Trash come up.
Okay. One last question before we go to the final question I usually ask. Who's the what is the dream concert you would love to either headline or open up for?
That's a hard one because I played with pretty much everyone I wanted to play. I don't know. It's pretty hard because I did over 1,000 shows already in my life.
Oh
So
wow.
uh, I think it's more just going touring with friends. I like touring with people I know already. We've been on the road. We shared the stage with Dino, with Credo, with Behemoth, with Morbid Angel, with Septic Flesh, Flesh God Apocalypse, fucking who else? The Cannibal Corpse, uh,
Wow.
Merciful Fate, even. Uh, I don't know. It's a really tough one because I did all that so many times. I played with Behemoth more than anything. And I've been touring like 27 shows with them, and after we went back for another run with them, like in 2005, 2006, 2007. Uh, it's pretty hard actually. It's more I'm more the state that I just like to go on tour with people I know. Like for example, I can name the band right now, but the tour we're working with, like just some of my friends and that, and I'm super happy. Okay. One reason is because it's a really good tour, but other reason is because like I know that one of the band there is a really been friend for 20 years. So for me, it's more like that. I like to be surrounded with people that I know, and they're not strangers and stuff. You know, it's it's more being, I don't know, more comfortable. You know,
Okay, yeah.
just everything is relaxed and everything. But I would like to go back on tour with maybe Behemoth in the future. I don't. I'm just saying that, but I could say that about all the band I mentioned because
Yeah.
when you're comfortable with people, it helps a lot. Or
Exactly.
of course, I would like to play Vacuum Festival. I never played it.
Uh, yeah, that I feel that's every goal of every metal band is to get there one day.
Or Elfest. I played festival. We played like Inferno Festival in Norway. So already that was something. I don't focus on that. I think touring is really important, but it's the surrounding. The surrounding is super important from my point of view.
Awesome. Okay, now I'm going to ask you one last question. It's the last question that I usually ask everyone that comes on the show. Uh, it's a very simple question. Who would win in a fight, Lemmy or God?
None, because Lemmy is God.
Excellent. Rob, thank you so much for being on Thrasher's Paradise today. Everyone at home, please make sure to follow Necronomicon on Facebook, Instagram, all their social medias. Make sure to get their stuff on I'm assuming, all music platforms.
I think I don't follow that too much. Labels take care of that, so. But I think it's probably in Spotify, and I think I don't have that, so I'm not sure how it works. Oh, by the way, for the record, I'm not saying that Beyond Creation is trash, like it's garbage or anything. It's just I never heard an album. They're good friends.
Okay. It's
I
all
just
good.
said that for the record because they're a really good friend, actually. So it's just like I've seen them once live, but I was busy doing some stuff. They're a really good friend. I like the guys, but I never listened now to one of the album. Shame.
Okay.
I'm just not into technical stuff.
Okay. No
It's too
worries. And
it's not much for me.
okay, yeah, no worries. That's no worries. I respect that. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time,
No,
keep
because
on
it's
thrashing.
not that
Oh,
weird, but yeah. So keep on rocking, man. Thank you so much.
hey, thank you so much.
Yeah.